Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and today we're going to look at how I've got on in June with my spending for general spend, food and petrol. So many. This is what happens if you don't do your receipts weekly. I may have left it a while. So I'm going to just put these all into my budget planner now and then I'll be ready to tell you how much I spent this month. I've just separated them out into spend, food and petrol. I'm now going to put them in the right places. As you know, prices are creeping up and I've definitely seen an impact on this in my budget this month. I think this means that I'm going to have to rejig how much I allocate for food and petrol because it's increased so much that actually my budget and allocated amount isn't matching what it's costing now. So I need to adjust my budget. So this month I ended up doing a lot of spending. I'm not really sure what it was that sparked me to do it, but I felt like I was still missing items in my wardrobe and I wanted to make sure that I had the things I needed moving forward because I work hard and I feel like I deserve to have those things that I'm after. So I have spent money on some clothing this month. I've also spent money on red light therapy to help with my fatigue, but I've not allocated that in my budget because that was quite a significant amount and I don't class that as spend. I think that's more to do with my health. So that's in a separate category. I have had another hefty month with gifts and with eating out, so that has cost me in my spend as well. And I also did a little renovation on my main feature wall in my room where I've now got a green, like a dark green feature wall which I painted, so that cost me a little bit of money for the paint and to upcycle a unit as well as a bedside table. So overall this month I have spent 216. It's a little bit over my budget, quite a bit over my budget, but that does include the extra eating out and things, and it was my son's birthday, so there were a few extra things that I got for him as well. Food, I haven't done too bad this month considering that I have noticed the prices are sneaking up. I spent £261 this month and that included like bulk buying some cat food, which I've also started for next month as well because they happen to be on offer in Aldi at the minute and it saves me about £5 for the amount of cat food that I get, so it's worth buying it in bulk for that one when it's available. And again in that 261 that was buying extra ingredients that I needed to make cakes and things like that as well. Petrol wise I have spent 190. I think although I don't spend an awful lot on petrol, that's quite a significant rise for me when I normally spend less than my 140 budget. I usually spend about 120, 130 and have that wiggle room for extra days out and things. I'm now solidly spending 190 and thinking about how I've used my car this week, there hasn't really been much extra to the normal commuting. That's definitely because of the increase in petrol. So I think in future I'm going to have to allocate 190 realistically, so that's about 40, 45 a week really for that. I definitely feel like the food amount is going up as well. When I did my shop today, which is the start of my next financial month because I get paid on the 25th, so anything from the 25th onwards is counted as a new financial month. I did notice that a lot of the staple products that I buy were a good percentage higher than they normally are, and I am going to a budget shop to buy food, so that is quite significant. I think that's going to mean that in future I'm going to have to budget a little bit more for food as well. It just means that a bigger chunk of my money is going towards bills and less towards savings, which is not ideal. But then I'm also very thankful that I did actually pay off my debt and I don't have any debt anymore, so at least I don't have an extra worry with regards to that. So I highly recommend, if you can, chipping away at any debt so that you don't have to think about that now that the prices are going up. I know that's easier said than done, but it's worth getting rid of it so that you don't have an extra worry at the minute, especially when things are still going up. I can only see prices for food going up even higher if you bear in mind how much the petrol's gone up, and that's quite a significant factor in shipping food goods around, so it's definitely going to start increasing. It's frustrating that you have to spend so much on key items. I think I need to look at how I can start saving more money on food so I can keep it a little bit closer to what it was. I've done some batch cooking already, so I've just made a batch of soup and I've made cake, so I think I'll start sharing all the things that I'm doing to kind of meal plan and budget, to see if that helps you guys as well. I'm hoping next month that I won't spend as much. I know I've already made a purchase to help out with my badminton club that I'm running. It's stuff that I've purchased, but then I'm going to keep hold of for my running of the club, so it just means I've got some of the short rackets for the younger players, which I think is quite important, and a set of cones so that I can play games and have target practice and stuff. So I'm hoping that I can utilise that, but it means that I've already spent £45 without even getting into the month. So I'm going to have to be really careful this coming month and keep it on track and not start treating myself to little things, which I keep doing. I need to save as much money as I can now, ready for my August holiday. Fingers crossed it doesn't get cancelled, so that I can have spend money and food money, because I've only booked a bed and breakfast. So I need to have money for lunch stuff and for dinners. So I need to save now, like it's a priority. So no spending for me this month or beginning of August. I have now set myself up on Instagram and TikTok. If you want to see any of my content on there, I share my little acts of decluttering on a daily basis if you want to have some daily motivation for decluttering to get you started. I'll leave the links down here and then also over here if you want to access those. So yeah, lots of acts of decluttering and tips on how I keep on top of everything. And it's all under the same name of Declutter Your Life. Don't forget to subscribe below if you want to see more videos on minimalism, decluttering and my no spend year. And I'll be back with you for some more videos very soon. Take care. Bye.